Hi everyone, it's Athena. Good morning. It's Monday, June 3rd, 2019. Okay, so if you watched my Friday daily, I received a download in my dreams from the Riddler. So if you have not viewed that, you might want to go back to that as a reference point, okay? For those of you who have seen it, however, sorry, I just am adjusting the camera. Okay, let's go. The Riddler's riddle goes as such. Riddled by kindness, founded by most, it's what you get when you put it on toast, right? So, I got that download for Friday morning's reading. And so let's just say my deck is a slice of toast, yes? The reveal, the big reveal, is actually interesting. I've meditated on it this morning. The big reveal is, I knew the big reveal is, the answer is butter. But butter has many implications and connotations. So let's go with what butter is as use. This is the metaphor, yes? Butter is the metaphor for our lives. So when we put a slab, a little slab, right? Probably a smaller slab than this for some. When we put a slab of butter on top of our toast, what do? We grind it, right? We grind it into the toast and it breaks at occasion, on occasion, right? Or do we leave it to, to meld into the slice of toast? So the usage of the butter as the metaphor is seeing how you react. Okay, hold on. Let me explain it. So it's not that difficult. Moving through, maneuvering. That's it. That's the word. Thank you. Maneuvering. When you are going through life, maneuvering through life, how do you do it? Do you do it with, pushing it down and trying to control it? Or do you allow it to just meld into the toast? Some use, a microwave, whatever. But let's just say, for the sake of this riddle, that how do you utilize the kindness in your life? Butter is sweet, correct? So the butter is sweet, and when you put it on your slice of toast, it's how you react to life. It's used as a metaphor. How you react to life is what the universe is trying to tell us. Do you try to control that piece of butter, right, by maneuvering it, by pushing it down into the toast, which then, of course, breaks the toast open and it's a mess? Or do you let it just meld into the toast, not trying to control it and letting it just be? All right, now, there are more, like I said, there are more implications and symbolization of that butter, which thereby is, let's look at it from another perspective. The butter is also golden in color, right? So basically, the butter was used in Buddhist literature in many temples, it was to anoint the spirit. It was symbolic. This butter was utilized in Buddhist literature as a symbolic metaphor to anoint with spirit input. others, to anoint people, to anoint those in the temples with spiritual input. Okay? So that was the symbol in those days, of course. Okay, it was also utilized as symbolic, whereby, you know, if we go a little deeper into it, it was represented also as the milk that turned into butter, which is spirit. Okay? So everything that we do, everything that we eat is a metaphor, is utilized, things that we have on the external is utilized as a metaphor internally, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And of course, let's not forget that riddled by kindness, the toast isn't kind, but it is, because this toast was used to seek kindness by priests and Buddhists in the temples in the ancient times, okay? In the Veda times. I think it's called Veda, whatever you want to say, okay? So this butter invoked, and the priests seeked it as through kindness. They seek the kindness that it invoked. It was, you know, it was grown, and it was the priest's first choice in what they symbolize that as the spirit. Okay, so I know it's deep, but really and truly, it's a really great message. How do we utilize this butter? It's the spirit. This is the anointing spirit that we have within us, okay? And it is represented as that, as such. Okay, interesting. This was the coolest thing ever. Even if it's just this, it's not just the slab of butter. Do you understand? It's not. It's the meaning behind the meaning of the metaphor. All right. It's very cool. That's all I can say. All right. Today's message is exactly that. Understanding that the symbolic things that we eat, that we watch, that we imagine, that we think and speak, and all of our senses that we utilize are driven as a representation and metaphor through and of spirit. You would not think, right? You would not think that butter was the actual invoking of seeking kindness in literature. But that's the beauty of life, right? It's so awesome that it was anointed as the spiritual input, the symbolic. It's amazing. It's very cool. All right. I hope you find that interesting as I have. Also, the butter, if you think about it, the butter is also predicted as like the sun. Yes? I just thought of that. It's the sun within the sky, the earth, you know, encapsulated in the ocean, you know, let's say, you know, the story of the ocean churning, right? The sun. There could be many metaphors that invokes that beautiful little piece of butter that you put on your toast. Has such a huge meaning. All right. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Okay. All right. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's get to the reading. All right. Monday, June 3rd. It's already June. Okay. This is a beautiful beginning of walking through into a new two new doorways of love. I feel that I see these as love hearts, don't you? Right? Walking through a new doorway, I'm hearing stable, divinely driven doorway. Walking through, almost graduating in a sense, because you're going up the stairs, yes? And you're knowing, you know, behind the windows of the hearts, behind that window or whatever, the two hearts, behind the two hearts, which look like windows, is the beautiful sky, which is the earth, the sky, what we're just talking about, all-encompassing of the universe. Wow, beautiful. All right, Two of Wands. This one just fell out. Okay, so the heartbreak, what heartbreak made us go through this doorway, right? So we must go through, let me just put this here. We have to probably, it's not probably, sorry, it's not. The deal is we have to go through a heartbreak in order to know that it's time to move forward into a new beginning, into a new life, into a new realm of, you know, of spirit. It's time to get anointed, just like that piece of butter, getting anointed and knowing that the pain is over. The heart, she's holding her heart, see? And she's guarding her truths. She guards her truths with the gold, light of spirit, spiritual input. She has become very stern, not in a bad way. It's more protective because of her pain. Okay, let's keep going and seeing how this is really a very interesting reading. Pain of love lost, obviously. That's why she's going through the gateway of a new beginning. Spirit is driving her through that because of what she has suffered. It is not gender specific. What one has suffered through the trials and tribulations of love lost drives us, maneuvering us through to a golden, beautiful golden beginning, new beginning. No longer fearful of those who pretend to be one way and are another. The reveal has happened. The reveal is already, you know, I'm not going to say it because I don't like the damage is already done. That's not, I don't like that. I heard it. For someone, maybe you need to hear it that harshly because I'm being told to say it. I don't like that saying. This, to me, is not a damaged heart. This is a heart that needs healing. Okay? A heart broken by someone, and it could be not just one person. Do you understand? It's just broken heart from a love of people even around. Just the idea of love, okay? The idea of love has broken people's belief systems. The belief of what love could look like, should look like, and is. When someone gets to this point where these swords, and she holds her heart, this is the idea of what love has felt like to this individual. So this is what you must ask yourself. Through the pains and the trials and tribulations of a broken heart, where do you go from here? you must, I'm not going to tell the story without, I mean, obviously this needs to heal so that this new opening, this new path is right here in front of you. It's being offered to this person who has their heart broken. But allowing yourself to go through this is important. You have to understand the trials and tribulations and the loss and the pain before you can see how life then puts you on the right track. And that is the truth. The Queen of Swords, being a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, speaks the truth, right? The truth is you must go through the hard knocks of life. This is the pain. The pain is real. But to deal with it, you must heal. And then you can start. The offer is here. Universe says, here you go. Take it. Take it. But heal first before you take it. A happy home, loyalty, the sun, the spirit. What we talked about, the symbolism of the spirit being golden in color leads you to what? A beautiful, symbolic feeling of your own truth and your own happiness that the universe, the sky, the earth, right? The sky, I mean, I don't think I have to point it out, but let me. The earth, the loyalty, the happiness of the cups, all filled the happy family. This is what you are given innately. This is given to us all the time. This offer from the universe is always there. This offer of step into this new beginning is always offered to us. Okay? This has to happen. This had to happen. This. Sometimes the only way through the darkness is obviously through light. The light of the sun cracks open the heart and the love within, right? Looking back at this has already happened. This is not current. This is not today. This is what you have to understand. You have gone through this so that you can get this. You've seen, this is all about the hard knocks of in the school of life. This is why we're here, is the message. No more, right? Okay, so the death reversed is the actual darkness that falls upon us at certain times of our life that we need to always remember, not to hang on to. No, understand what I'm saying. It's a good thing to reflect and remember where you've been so that you can appreciate where you're headed. To appreciate what the spirit within is allowing you and giving to you, like on a silver platter. And that's what happens after you go through all this. It could have been this weekend. Some of you have suffered a heartbreak this weekend. Okay? Someone, I mean, literally pretended to be one way and was another. But it's already happened. So that's why I'm saying this is a reflection. Okay? It's a reflection of what one must go through in order to seek the fulfillment and happiness. Someone needs to make sure that they always remain in their truth. I know we keep repeating. Sometimes the message keeps repeating, but it's a good message to be repeated. You have to repeat it until you get it. Repetition breeds understanding. Right? That's why you go to school. Literally, let's just say on the 3D plane. You go to school so that you are repetitively learning about history, repetitively learning about math, repetitively learning about English, blah, 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 blah. Yes? So when you are in repetitive mode, you learn. So this has to be understood. Whether you went through this heartbreak or not, it is a reflection of the earth plane and this is how you learn. To get to, let's just say, the gates of freedom. This is what is like the anointing of what everyone goes through. You're like being anointed into a whole new realm of life. The sun is the butter. It's the spirit input. The heavens and the earth. The heavens and the earth. Being grounded. Speaking your truth. Putting a plan to move through this doorway, to go to another level of spirit. You could even have had and I'm hearing a paradigm shift. You could be like, you could have maneuvered yourself to another level, not only of a level of understanding, a paradigm shift, right? 3D to 4D. Some of you who are light workers understand that. Okay, let's continue. It's beautiful reading. Love is the foundation. Kindness is the foundation. The butter that you put on your toast is the foundation. It's the spirit. And that's this reading. Is what the universe gives us on the earth plane. And you work through the earth plane, I'm hearing it needs to be said, through your senses. You maneuver through your senses, through the kindness, through the truths, through the grace and humility of life. Okay, these kind of fell out, and I'm going to take them because there are 3. There you go. This is your butter. This is actually the butter, your butter in your hands, right? Melting into your hands with hope. I don't know. Like I'm going to go get make some butter and toast. Seriously. All right. Seriously healing. Yeah. Okay. Having hope for your life and your new future, understanding that if you reflect on this, not to the point where it absorbs you, but to the point where you have now hope for your future, and to see that with patience, you start beginning to plant new seeds for your life, which is right here and here. And here, okay? There you go. Look at all that golden beautiful golden butter. Am I making you hungry yet? Okay. Seriously. I love toast and butter, right? Or English muffin, actually. All right. So that is what leads us to the understanding, which is what the reading is about, okay? This is about the understanding about how the universe works, and the school of the earth plane is to appreciate, even though you don't right away. It's hard to go through this. It's not an easy, but it's not intended to be easy. Nothing in life worth having is easy. Remember that. Nothing in life that is worth having is easy. The universe wants to know that you've understood the pain, that you've accepted the pain, and that you've, most importantly, healed from the pain completely. It has to be understood that in order to seek a new beginning, that the universe always gives you, right? When one door closes, another opens, yes? Through hope, healing, actually not in that order, but it came out as the cards in that order, but it's really the healing and the hope of a new day. And to plant the new seeds, okay? What seeds are you going to plant on your new beginning? Just understanding that it's kind of like this falls back into your memory bank, right? It falls back. Always remember that you have to go through this in order to see and appreciate this. What the universe allows you, the universe has a better path. So this pain that you go through sometimes is upon us because we've tried to maneuver the terrain ourselves. And the universe is saying, take your hands off the wheel and I will show you the way. That's also right there. Okay? All right. You have the power, you have the wisdom now, as the Buddhists also have learned in the course of their time on earth. You become the Buddha. You become that which is represented by what Spirit wants you to see, wants you to learn, wants you to become strong and courageous in your own right. Through all of this, that's what happens. Your sacral chakra, being the creative forces, allows you to stop feeling guilty and shameful and numbing yourself, right? Do not become hard. Do not let your heart harden, right? Through the process. Allow this process to heal naturally so that you don't feel fear, guilt, and shame for whatever has happened. Do not blame yourself unless you feel that somewhere along the storyline of this heartbreak has been. But it's not just a partnership. I mean, this is definitely a partnership, right? But for some, it's just understanding that you learn only through the trials and tribulations of love lost, deep loss, through death. We saw the death card. Through the true love loss. Those kind of losses that wound us, that are the ones that we need to scale back and understand that the wisdom and the strength and the courage can only come from patiently healing your heart And then you see the light of a new day through that. It's a process. It's the butter on the toast. It is the process. Sometimes we go through this painful trials and tribulations because we try to control the terrain, right? Instead, let the universe show you the way so that now you have learned and you are stronger and you are also using your innate talents, God-given talents, to understand the process of how you maneuver your way through life, just like the slab of butter. Okay? Symbolic as spirit. Ascended Masters, we're going to ask for the icing on the cake. Go now. Go with what you know. Go with that light of spirit that has been anointed to you to give you the strength to speak your truth and to move forward in life, okay? Serapis Bey, the story of Serapis is amazing. Serapis gives us the strength to move forward in our own truths. Of course, Jesus comes to say, if you keep your heart open and not harden your heart, you will find your way. And stay focused. The power that you have taken back in your life is yours to keep. Don't ever give your power away. Always stay focused. Stay focused on your life, on your love, on your needs, on your desires, and utilize your power in a way that helps others to see their own light and truth and spirit. Not to use it for anything but goodness in humanity and to help heal others who have been broken and hard and disheartened. One more, please. And that's it. Okay? So this allows us to, as you can see, Serapis and Moria comes here as very similar in kind, perhaps definitely brothers, to show you that you can clear away that which has broken your heart. Clear it away and heal it with hope. This is the symbol. What they're holding, the wand, is hope. It's the light of the truth in your heart. It's the butter, the churning of the spirit through kindness. Understand? A new doorway opens as you heal, and now you stay focused on you. You must, there's no one else in these depictions of these cards other than Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth heal you. Okay? Huge message today. Huge. Huge message. All anointing from that beautiful tiny slab of butter that you're going to put on your toast today. Bottom, do not be hardened by what you have been through, what you have reflect. Just use it as a reflection. Use it as a backdrop. Use this, what you've learned through the heartaches and the trials and tribulations of life. Use this as ancient history. This is ancient. Use this as ancient. Do not let your heart be hardened. Stay focused and open your heart. And continue to have hope. to heal and be patient. It's a huge message. So this message is probably huge because it's the 3rd of the month, which is we are in a new moon in Gemini. Look, a new beginning in Gemini. A new beginning, you guys. This is an anointing. This truly is an anointing of how the universe wants you to start new, fresh, and just reflect upon where you've been. And now use that to move forward with hope, gratitude, with the spirit of the spirit within you. Wow, it's a great reading. Have a great day. And happy new moon in Gemini. The truth's always, the new moon is all about communicating your truth to all, through writing, through speaking, whatever that is. Gemini rules the 3rd house. So that is all about communication and speaking. And make sure that when you're speaking, you speak very clearly and not too harshly, right? Thinking before we speak. The use of language is very important. And sometimes the use of no language, yes? Sometimes we don't need to speak. Sometimes silence is golden. Okay, have a great day. Wow, bye.